My bad, part two. So anyway, I lost Donnie March 4th, 2021. June 12th, 2021. My car was totaled. I was hit by this guy that was high out of his brains, totaled my car. My body been messed up since. Like my back, my shoulder, even my hip will give me problems sometimes. Anyway, working on all that. But my whole point is that, I have to stop being so hard on myself because that is a hard situation. And, the last couple of days I just been crying my little face off. And it's not that I want to cry. It's not that I want to be sad. But I have to realize, Shantae, yeah, that's some hard cards that you're dealt. Because, yes, you were cramping. Yes, you wasn't feeling good. And during that time, your back and stuff even started bothering you even more. So then your back was hurting. Your shoulder was so tight. So you can't clean your house like you want to. The kids' hands are not done. The house is a mess. Yes, the kids are doing their chores, but as a mother, I just don't want to put everything on them because I'm not feeling good, So yes, I'll say that's a little bit different. And then you feel so hard mentally after you lost Donnie. You went in the mental capacity to work. You got diagnosed with postpartum depression, honey. You had a hard pregnancy. Zealous was born purple. He wasn't breathing. That was hard for you to deal with. When you got pregnant with Makai, call yourself leaving Donnie. It didn't go as well as planned. You end up being single while pregnant. Think you made a good decision because this guy got a job, 2 jobs, and 2 businesses, So he definitely winning. So I'm thinking I ain't fucking down, I'm fucking up. You hear me? But I was fucking up. Because it just didn't work out the way that I planned. But in reality, it all planned out perfectly because if it wasn't for him coming into my life, I wouldn't be here where I am today. But anyway, I felt really, really hard these last 3 days. And I realized that it's a common thing when my periods hit. And it's because that's when I need the most support. So I have to figure out a new way to tackle this new way of living. Because I don't like getting that way. And it's so devastating today because it's May the 2nd. I don't have enough money to cover my bills. Like, to be for real, the amount of money that I have, I'm about $100 short on just my rent. But the kids' daycare is also due at the same time. So I need $135 for that tomorrow. Then for them to do the summer program, that's going to be $435. And then we can't even mention like the credit card bills, the regular bills, and all that stuff. So I'm short. So I didn't realize that even I have to recognize that, in my subconscious, although I'm spiritual and trying to keep myself encouraged, and I literally do be having miracles fall out the sky when my back gets up against the wall like this. Because I've had 2 eviction notices since I've been in Florida. But miracles have came through. Like I said, I wasn't in a position to work after I lost Donnie because I just feel so hard. And now I'm just getting back to work. And although I do got some things actually brewing, the money hasn't actually hit my bank account just yet. And I'm at a time where I feel like I'm more spiritually rich than I am financially or physically rich. But that's very, very hard. So I'm just trying to tell myself to be a little bit kinder to myself because yes, my situation is hard. And when I'm not feeling well, sometimes I don't feel like hearing all this. You hear me? But I have to do it anyway. And I have to do it hard. And you know what's the biggest thing that I struggle with? Is asking for help. And I feel like I'm finna have to be in a position to ask for help. To help me with my rent. And it is killing me.
Hold on, Mama.
But
Mama.
I'm going to have to do it hard. I'm going to have to do it hard.
Who that?
I hate it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being in this position. Baby, it's for the cinnamon rolls. I'm sick of being in this position, you know, financially. I work so hard. I do my best every single day. You know, I'm here for my kids. I teach my kids. I can't abandon my kids. It's just not as easy as you would think. So, it does get really hard. But I'll tell you what, I'm tired of crying in front of my kids. They don't deserve that. So I gotta get stronger. I have to get stronger. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I just have to make a promise to myself that I'm never gonna allow myself to get in this position again. You're wasting this all over me. What's this? It's so sad. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Here. Give me, I'm gonna see. Hold on, baby. Let me get you something, okay? 1 second. Lord, gosh, cinnamon roll all on my face. Okay, baby. But like I said, Shantae, it is hard. That is a hard position because you couldn't find nobody to talk to explain to you how exactly to explain to a 3-year-old what death meant. They done, baby. So I kind of had to relive that nightmare over and over again, just trying to explain because his daddy talked to him every single day. Yeah, baby. They done, yeah. His daddy talked to him every single day of his life. So it was very hard for him to comprehend how all of a sudden Papa was asleep. Like, how he sleep? And then, like, what you mean? Well, let's just wake him up. You know, but I was trying my best to explain to him what death meant. But as a kid, he couldn't understand. My baby even was going up to some of my, damn, it's a sad ass story. to some of Donnie's best friends. Thinking I was lying to him, saying, my mom won't let me call my daddy. And she just won't wake him up. Like, can you call him? Can you tell him to call me? And that just broke my heart. And his best friend came to me crying because he was like, man, I didn't know what to say to dude. He's so smart. Like, he pulled me to the side and was trying to get at his pops. I'm like, I know. I'm like, man, I hurt for my baby so bad. But I couldn't fix it. And that taught me a lot. That taught me a whole lot. One thing it opened up my eyes to was some real spirituality. Ooh, give me a second. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Let me get just in the road. Yes, sir. Whew. Yes, sir. Anyway. Freaking what's the zealous? Okay. It's hot, baby. Be careful, okay? Okay. Man, that was hard to see him. And it's like I had to keep on doing it every single day, all day. Because he couldn't understand. Man, I was trying to find YouTube videos, everything. And I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find nothing on how do single mamas deal with. This is hard. I gotta be strong because it's gonna help somebody. How do single mothers deal with these dads leaving as rapidly as they are? Like, none of us raise our hands and say, hey, yeah, we want to be single mothers. You know, don't get me wrong, we all mess up. We all choose the wrong people, whatever you want to say. But what happens when you still end up in that position? It don't matter. You know, you ain't in control of nothing. Nothing. Think about it. You can't even control your breath. You can't control it. You could die in your sleep, fam. You can't control your health. I mean, in the way you can, but in the way you can't. If we had to take the responsibility of pumping all the blood through our blood vessels and making sure we inhaled and exhaled every single time, if we had to think about that and make sure we did that, if it wasn't so subconscious, we will fail. So thank goodness greatness is built within us, you know. But man, that whole thing taught me a big valuable lesson because I was in so much pain, that I cried. I fell so hard, I hit the floor. I didn't have a lot of emotional support around me. So I was alone. I felt alone, you know. You're never really alone, but I felt alone. Then I ran into this beautiful lady named Robin C. Warren. Anyway, she was telling me, pay attention to nature. Just pay attention to nature. And every day I just started opening up my windows and just paying attention. And I would sit in my room and I would notice that it would be like 4 cardinal birds playing in my yard every day. And then I started to notice that they was hanging out in my yard like every day. And then I noticed that, wait a minute, when I really stopped and tripped off of it, it took about 2 months to pass for them being in my yard every day for it to really hit me because I was in so much pain. I couldn't really think. So when it hit me, I was like, God damn, how y'all know my address? Why y'all keep coming back here? Why is it so many of y'all? I never seen this many cardinal birds in my life. It made me like, what is this? So then I tripped off of, wait a minute. Y'all start coming the very first day I got that phone call that Donnie passed away. A number that had always followed me in my life has been number 11. I got the timestamp from Donnie's sister-in-law that he had passed away at 1:11 a.m. That was powerful for me because the number 11 always signifies something more greater to me. Like, it tells me that it was meant to be. Don't question it, let it be.
Mama.
Greater coming later. You got the big one in there. Go get it, baby.
More.
It's hot. Go get your bowl. So, anyway, I started to notice that they came back every day. Then I realized, dang, hold up. Donnie had 2 cardinal birds tatted on his stomach. Like, literally. He loved the cardinals. Loved them, loved them, loved them. So then I was like, oh, Donnie, that's you? What the hell? What? You know. But I remember when the last time I seen him, he had told me that he will be back. Now, if you know me personally, and if you know Donnie personally, you know I couldn't get rid of Donnie for nothing. I don't care how mean I would be to him, how much I would tell him to get on my nerves, we not gonna do it. Baby, Donnie was going no goddamn well, you hear me? So, and that was the beauty of it. But he would get on my goddamn nerves. So anyway, when I realized it, I was like, damn, he told me he was gonna come back, and I was so brokenhearted. Bear with me, because this is hard. I was so brokenhearted, mostly because he always made it back to me. And for the first time, I felt like, damn, he really can't make it back. Like, he really can't make it back. Like, this is the end. Like, what? He had just came up here to Florida to visit us. He was here for 7 days. He left and went home. Within 24 hours, he was dead. We got to put our feet in the sand on the beach together. I happened to capture a video of my baby saying, come back, Pop Pop, come back. Come back, Pop Pop, come back. And I had this flash in my head when it happened. This means something. Like, I just felt like he was going to be gone. But I ignored it. It was my intuition, but I just ignored it. Like, nah. And 24 hours for him to be gone. You got pee-pee?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, baby. For 24 hours for him to be gone for real in real life. Baby. beyond devastated. Beyond. Whew. Okay. Bear with me because I'm a mama. Like I said by myself, I gotta do it. So I'm doing it hard. You hear me? I can't give up because my babies need me. So anyway, so when I realized it all, and then I was like, oh my God, that's him. That's him. Like he communicated with me from the other side. Like I don't care what nobody's saying. When I realized it was so clear. The message was so clear to me. Nobody could convince me different. Period. You hear me? So that was so beautiful. I cried. I'm a crybaby, y'all. Forgive me. So anyway, then I just kept thinking, man, you always were supposed to make it back. You didn't get to make it back. But I definitely appreciate, you coming back via the corner bars. Like, if that's what it is, they come back so much, my babies call them pop-up bars. Like, I swear to God. They hear every day, including today. So anyway. One day, I get to knock at the door. It's this big old package. I'm like, what the hell is this? Wasn't expecting it. This big old box. I pick it up, we unwrap it. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. Kind of find out, long story short, it was his ashes. His mama had decided to send me his ashes. I was so excited because it meant more to me. He made it back. Listen, I may have to cut out my crying, but listen. Ooh, can't get that shit right. He made it back. You hear me? Like, I didn't ask for none of this. But the quantum birds came every single day. And then the day that he was at the door, his ass was at the door. I was like, damn. And then they didn't come for 2 days. So that was like, damn. He was telling me, like, hold on. I'm coming back. I'm coming. Watch me get back. So when I realized all that, I just thought that was so goddamn beautiful. And then I just started noticing so many other things. If you don't know anything about angel numbers, that stuff is real. I started seeing, 111, 2222, 7777, 555, 444. Like all these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are called synchronicities. And when you start to look up those numbers that you see consistently, you'll start to learn that those are messages from the other side telling you something. And when you look it up, you know what the hell the message is. So anyway, man, that was hard. So like I was saying, I'm trying to learn to tell myself to be softer on myself. And it's okay to not be happy every single day. That's unrealistic. That's called toxic positivity. You hear me? So it's okay for me to hurt because I went through some stuff. It's okay for me to express how I feel. And guess what? It's okay to let people talk. Because they're going to talk. Oh, believe me, they're going to talk. You hear me? Oh, she should have never posted this, whatever. But I do this to help somebody else because there were times where I felt like I couldn't really discuss certain things that were going through my head with people. This is why I'm determined to develop my own little soul tribe of sisters. Just sisters where we can discuss things together, ideas together. We can help one another, just a sacred space where we can talk and share these hard things that we need to just get off our chest. Maybe get that encouragement that we need, a non-judgment zone. Like, if you hear the judge and talk about somebody and do all this, like, you're not invited. You hear me? But I just want to just create a sacred space for us ladies because it's hard being a single parent. And if we're just being real, we're losing our black men or our men at a rapid pace. So a lot of us women are having to walk in our feminine energy and our masculine energy. And I've walked in my masculine energy for so long, it was hard for me to learn how to receive gifts, to take gifts, or to feel like I was worthy of gifts. because I was always being the giver. So that's why it's hard for me right now today sometimes to even ask for help. But I have to realize there is a lack of self-love. It's hard. Me not being able to ask for help is me volunteering for more torture. Because if I just simply ask, then thou shalt receive. You know, like, I know for a fact that I am protected. I know for a fact that my greatness is here. I know for a fact that my riches, my spiritual riches are. I'm a billionaire. You hear me? But financially, my bank account misses some of them zeros. You hear me? But I have to stand strong even spiritually, even in these times too, because that's just a financial, physical hardship. That has nothing to do with my spiritual riches. And that's hard. That's hard. You know, I realize when I'm in this space, I don't even want to see nobody being happy. Because I'm not happy. And that's when I know that it's time for me to look within and start asking questions like, well, what's wrong? What's going on? What's the root of it, Shantae? Because you're usually happy and you love to see people win. So why are you not okay right now? And that's when I realized, well, shit, I'm overwhelmed. It's a lot going on right now. And I'm trying my best to start back working, but I do have little kids at home. And sometimes he's screaming his face off. And like, I couldn't have the meeting the other day because I was having phone problems and he was screaming, you know. So I have to be flexible on a new level. And I have to now understand that as much as my mind and my motivation wants me to be able to push and go and drive as a hustler, I have to be a mama. I have to be a mama, see? Mm-hmm. And I gotta remain patient. Even when I don't feel good and all that stuff, I still gotta, you know, do what I gotta do. And it's hard. It's hard. And mamas, let me tell you something. When people try to make you feel bad about, oh, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing that and whatever. Listen. Them same people probably couldn't walk a day in your shoes. A day. You hear me? I know my shoes ain't some all the easy ones to bear. So for anyone to sit up there and speak that way, okay, all right. But if you got some advice for me and show me how to do it, bring that on. But don't come to me talking down to me, fam. If I'm already down, I don't need that. What I need is shed some light. That means I'm in a dark place right now. So shed some light. You know, and I want to be more of light. So when I got some light, I'm going to share it. Even when I'm in a dark place or feeling like I'm down or, you know, that happens. We are emotional creatures. We are human beings. And that's okay. I allow myself to not be perfect. I allow myself to not fit everybody else's expectations. Listen, this is my life. And I have to live it the best way I can. Nobody. I got my own fingerprint. I got my own DNA. I got my own birth chart. If you don't know anything about your birth chart, Google it. But you need your time of birth too. It's like your fingerprint in the sky. It's powerful. Knowledge is power. But so many of us, we only have the attention span of less than a goldfish. A goldfish has the attention span of 9 seconds. Humans have now attention span, adults, of 8 seconds. You hear me? And some adults will tell us mothers, well, beat your child ass and you put them in check and you this and that, blah, blah, blah. But listen, as an adult, if I have emotional hard days, then why would I not expect my child to have an emotionally hard day? They're people too. So why come they can't have an emotionally hard day without getting their ass beat? Why come they can't just be taught something different? That's what I be needing. So I look at my kids as me. You know, when I'm down, the last thing I need is somebody to be yelling and screaming in my face and telling me some mess. You hear me? Now, sometimes you got, you know, kids be tripping. But I'm just saying, that's not my first line of attack with my children. I really want them to do better for real, in real life. But I want them to understand better. I want to teach them how to think. Don't follow the trends. When everybody else is doing something, don't do it. Don't. Don't strive for perfection. I apologize to my first son. I did that. I apologize because I realized that I had him at 16 years old. There were many mistakes that I made because I didn't know nothing. I was growing up. He was growing up, you know? But now I know a whole lot better, so I can mother better. So best believe I try to give him everything I got. Everything I got. You hear me? But some parents can't apologize to their kids. Can you apologize? That's strength. That's strength. So anyway, this whole video is just to say, when things get hard, we have to do it hard. I'm a crybaby. So it's really for me. Since I know it's hard, I want to make sure that I do everything to never be in this position again. I'm going to have to ask for help. And it's going to be taken care of. You hear me? I know it is. Because I'm not going to lose my house. Period. And I do real estate. But guess what? Everybody struggle. Don't ever have no title thinking somebody here. It's just a title. You know? But anyway, I love y'all. I love y'all. Pray for me. I pray for you. And let's just all do our best. Let's just do our best. Don't strive for perfection. Just strive to do your best.